Lawyers are seldom loved but often needed. Robert McKay summed up society's perspective on attorneys pretty well in his introduction to the book, What Lawyers Really Do. As I searched for some kind of positive quote or saying about the legal field, it was actually really difficult to find one. As hard as it might be for people to believe, I've actually met some of the best people through working in the legal field. As we look back on the perspective of the field as a whole throughout time and what really occurs within the field, it should be realized that we aren't really that bad. Lawyers in the legal community as a whole have a negative image, and that's nothing new. It's been like that for many, many years. No one wants to have an attorney. No one wants to be in a situation where they are forced to need legal counsel, but many people base their distaste on attorneys on one single experience. Sometimes it can be tricky because in many situations the reason you need an attorney is based on a decision that you made and not on a decision that had anything to do with the attorney, but they're still there for you. They're still there to fight for you, to make sure that your rights are given to you. No matter what decision you did make, they're still going to defend you. The media portrays attorneys as arrogant and money hungry. In almost every single TV show, in every single, big time movie, it's the big greedy attorney who's in it for the money, who makes a lot of money and lives this glorious life because of their job. Not all attorneys are like that. In fact, there are going to be some, but most of them are not going to be. It's a really hard field to get into, and the people who are in it for the money, it's going to be really difficult for them to make it through law school in the first place because it's not easy. More people need an attorney than you would think, and for many different reasons. There are many types of lawyers that are needed on a daily basis. For example, business law. They do all kinds of contract review and things that keep businesses and people from getting in trouble in the first place. So they try to make sure everything's right on the front end so that they don't get in trouble. And there is such thing as a good attorney. There are attorneys that do pro bono cases for people who can't afford counsel, like free legal aid, free legal advice, and even actual free cases. There are attorneys who work for the government and they don't make as much. In fact, they make almost nothing compared to some of the big time lawyers, but they don't do it for the money. They do it because they love to do it and they're passionate about the field and they want, it sounds cheesy, but they're passionate about justice and they want justice to be served. The legal field is actually a very close community. In almost every field, it's all about who you know, but especially in the legal field. A lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of attorneys are very close, especially in like a general area. I've been working for the same office for about a year now, and I can't tell you how many times a day we get a call from an attorney who maybe knows an attorney at our office or maybe doesn't, but they have seen that one of our attorneys has done a similar case that they're about to do. So they'll call them up and ask them for advice, and all attorneys will give it to them and help them out as much as they can. And they help each other knowing that someday they might be going against each other, but that's okay. They still like to help each other out because they've been in their shoes before. It's kind of funny because if they do know the attorneys that they're going against, which especially in, if you're working in the same general area, that'll happen a lot. They'll call each other up and joke about, we're going to get you on this one, we're going to beat you, or, they'll leave a message for the attorney and be like, oh, just tell him I'm going to beat him on this case. But it's funny because at the end of the day, both attorneys want what's best for their client, and they want their client to come out on the other end with having the best outcome. But after it's all said and done, whoever wins, it's no hard feelings. They're still helping each other out the next week. It's neat because even just working in the one office, I've been able to meet many different attorneys from many different places. So it's really cool how they just like to help each other out, even if they're going to be against each other one day and they're potential competitors. It's not a very competitive field, even though it's kind of given that rep sometimes. Attorneys go into this knowing what people think of them. It's no secret, even just the short time that I've had leading up to, going to law school and being in the field. I've had comments made to me, even, people in my family, or people who ask me, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I say, I'm going to law school and I want to be an attorney. They say, oh, why do you want to do that? Or, are you sure you want to? Or, oh, no one likes attorneys. My dad always jokes, no one likes attorneys. But they go into this knowing that people think that about them, but it's okay that they don't care about that. They're doing it because it's what they're passionate about, and they love to do it. When I decided for sure that I wanted to go into the legal field, it had nothing to do with what other people thought or whether I thought I was going to please anyone else, but it was because I had been working in it for a while, and I knew that that's what I loved, and I wanted to do it for the rest of my life, and I loved doing it. I can honestly say that I absolutely love my job, and I just love being able to say that because I've had jobs in the past that I haven't been able to say that, and I don't want to leave the legal field because I love it. But at the end of the day, knowing this, they still fight for you, and that's really it. In conclusion, even though this negative attitude is shown toward the legal field, people still need attorneys. As soon as a situation comes about where someone needs an attorney, that attitude can change pretty quickly. Even knowing this, they still do what they love, and they still help you out, and they still help each other out as much as possible. Nothing would ever happen if we didn't do anything, if we solely based on what other people thought.